My order finally arrived, just in time for the weekend. I'm looking forward to opening everything up and trying it out. I've been charging this for almost 2 hours. I'm so antsy. I want to try it out, but I want to get the most out of my battery life, so I'm going to leave it to fully charge before I touch it. I'm not great with the waiting thing. But in other news, I put on my It's a Good Day shirt again because today we're gonna take two on It's Gonna Be a Good Day because I got this camera and please let it be better than the one that I returned. Haven't got a refund for that one yet, but I've got this on now, so. Also, I think it's like 3 or 4 days since I put the vinegar on this. I've done it one more time since, but look, it's still in perfect condition. So it definitely seems to be working. Just cleaning the litter trays, I somehow managed to knock the ironing board down on top of my head. I feel fine, said ironing board. Hi, my name's Samantha and I just purchased the GoPro Hero9 for an everyday vlogging camera. Now I'm excited to test it out, so let's get straight into some tests. Here is the GoPro Hero9. It is set at 5K 25 frames per second. I have done some custom settings with the ISO being between 100 and 400. Now here we are on the Insta360 One X, and this is a bit closer to me because it has a wider field of view, I find. And then we have the Samsung S9 up here, which is the camera that I've been grabbing the most frequently because I always have it on me, on hand as my phone, but there's definitely some improvement that could be made in the quality here. I have a whole bunch of overhead lights on, all of the windows open in this back room. It's currently kind of mostly sunny outside. There's lots of clouds around, so we keep changing from like overcast to mostly sunny, but at the moment I can see some sunshine, so we've got that coming into the house, but we are in what you would class as a low light environment. I know that the sensor on this having more megapixels does mean that it takes in less light in each of those pixels, meaning that it's not as good in low light as, say, the Hero 8 was a bit better, but all action cams currently struggle in low light, other than, say, the Insta360 One R, which is just a bit more expensive than the GoPro Hero9, and I was really drawn in to this one with its nice front-facing screen and lots of little things. Now, in terms of audio, I'm currently going through the Hero9, and from others' reviews, I think it sounds pretty good, but it'll be interesting to see when I go into post what I think of it. Now the audio here is from the Insta360 One X. I wish there was the option to add an external mic to this 360 camera, but so far it hasn't happened. And here we go, we're on the Samsung S9 sound now, and I do like the sound of the Samsung S9, so I think this is a pretty good comparison to put against the GoPro and see what I think. And I have actually ordered a media mod, which will be coming hopefully within the next couple of weeks to be able to test that out with this GoPro. So I will be testing that out at a later date. If you want to see that, please subscribe and turn on notifications, and hopefully I'll have that video up pretty soon. So this was an indoor test with all my overhead lights and my windows open. The day outside is kind of sunny at the moment, but it keeps changing to overcast, so it's not like a perfect day for GoPro, but since I do a lot of my vlogging inside, I really needed this to be a test just with normal lighting. I will quickly turn off all my lights. Here we go, we've got some natural lighting now. What do you think? I will put the comparisons up here on the screen of all the cameras. I also have this Neewer light, it's an SL-12, and this goes reasonably bright, and you know, I bought it to have with the GoPro just to give it a little bit of a pop when needed. And once I get that media mod, it has a hot shoe on it, so I'll be able to easily attach this above a GoPro. So that is the brightest that it goes. Very bright. Don't really like how bright it is at this setting, but it's something to note, and I'm interested to know whether there's lots of graininess in dark areas. I believe that the sunlight just went a little dimmer with some clouds, so I think that's a good point to hop outside and give a bit of a test out there. Also, one more audio test. This is the audio from the GoPro Hero9. but from behind the camera. And once again, here is the audio from in front of the camera. So what do you think of the comparisons there? Do you think it's kind of even? Do you think one has an advantage over the other? It'll be interesting once again to see that media mod because it has two microphones, one pointing front, one pointing rear, and you swap between. So yeah, we'll have a look at that very soon. Let's go outside. Okay, there's quite a bit of wind out here, so I'm hoping that the audio coming through the boiler is cutting out a lot of that wind noise, but yeah, we're giving it a good test here. I'm also backlit, which isn't usually the best. It's really bringing out the brightness behind me, but not on myself, at least from the little screen. Got the Insta360 One X here, so here's the view from that. I've lost my phone, it died unfortunately, because I've been using it all day for different things. But here's the Hero9. Now I'm going to do a little bit of a turn around so we can get some light on me instead of just behind me, so that's looking much better. And we do have hyper smooth just to the setting of on at the moment. Here's some GoPro audio coming in. Lots of wind at the moment in front of the camera. The dog doing things back there. Insta360 audio's here, and then back to the Boya audio. I don't know what you're going to be able to hear out here. It is getting pretty windy. Okay, one more little test. Let's turn this around and be behind the camera and talking. And how is that audio with the wind coming through? And we are in linear mode on the GoPro at the moment. Let's give you a little bit of sound, wind sound, without my talking. Okay, we're in quite a dark room now. There's a little slither of light coming in through the curtain, but not much at all. And I just wanted to compare the low light capability. This is kind of the extreme. You would have at least some form of light on if you were inside like this. So that drastically changes everything. But if we're back to this, I'm going to turn on this little Neewer light. Okay, we're up to the top level there. I'll just bring it over here for a second. I think that makes a huge difference if you were in this darker environment. If you had that one on though, it could just add a little bit more fill to your face. So yeah, I think this will come in handy. Just hopefully that's removing some grain from the GoPro. How are we going? Just so it was sat on top. Let's bring it down again. Definitely adds so you can see my entire face. Okay, there's a bit of a low light test just on a tripod, not entering into the whole hyper smooth thing. Insta360 unfortunately is in my hand, so hopefully the footage is all right from that. Okay, now I want to do a little test in the car, but this test will just be from the GoPro, no comparison. I'll see you there. Here's just a little test in my dark garage in my car. I did try this with the Osmo Action, so I have a little bit that I can compare here. But we're gonna get driving out in sunshine and see how that works now. I have changed over to the wide mode, and I'm hoping that you can see Zoe in the back, but not entirely sure from the placement of the camera. I'm also hopeful that you can still make out some of the highlights in the windows and that no noise is happening in up here and around here like what was happening with the DJI Osmo Action. Now I have put the shutter on auto. The ISO is still like maximum 400, minimum 100. And GoPro color, auto white balance, it's quite bright at the moment. The sun coming through with the clouds around, so hopefully this is pretty clear. So that's my driving test. We'll see what it's like when I get a chance to have a look at it. So Zoe and I are on our way back over to my mum and dad's place, and I will be picking up the foster cats again. Mum may or may not be heading with dad to the farm next week, so I'll be looking after them again. But yeah, that's alright. The room got a big clean, so we're starting from scratch again. No ringworm, and it'll be quite a bit easier this coming week. Knocking on wood. The lighting's changed. It's very overcast now, and we've got a bit of rain coming in. So I just thought I'd use this opportunity to see how it deals with this sort of lighting environment. This is a shame because I was hoping to get Zoe out on the beach. We've had some pretty shocking weather this past week, especially for spring. Good boy. You. It's a bit windy. Awful actually from the wind, so I know you can't really see me. I can't really see much myself. It's so windy. So I imagine it's having quite a hard time picking me up. It is dark. I'm driving home at the moment. And I have the ISO set on a maximum of 1600. I'm interested to see what this looks like as well. We're on our way home. I've got the 3 cats in the boot and Zoe in the back seat. So when I get back, I'll be offloading all of them, giving the cats dinner and my cats dinner, and eventually I'll get to sit down. I was a little bit full on with Zoe and Jackie. They were just like, they wouldn't give it a rest. More so Jackie, the younger puppy. She's almost 6 months now, but yeah, Zoe would like flop down like, yeah, I'm done sort of thing. And then Jackie would be like, nope, we're gonna play again, And then there's like a bit of jealousy happening as well, and it was just like, it was too long for them to be together tonight. Too much, so we did end up separating them just so I could finish dinner and get everything together. So now it's 9:45 on a Friday night, and I guess I'll probably have a look at some of this footage that I got today. But I did have a quick look earlier on, and what I'd seen I was pretty happy with, so feeling a lot better than I did with the DJI Osmo Action, which is wonderful. Just got home, just got the cats in, the dog in. I'm done. I just wanted to show you my outfit from today. I was just like really amazed that I could pair green with like an orangey color, but it actually works quite well. Even like the pink, soft pink with this green. I would never have thought to go to like the orange, red, pink sort of colors with green. I would have always thought various tones of green, white and blue, perhaps some brown. But this is actually a nice little surprise. Zoe, what are you doing? Get down. Yes.